come back and watch it later, you can. But since you guys are gonna be getting these bags of food all summer long, all the way, probably all the way back to like when it's time to go back to school in August, all summer. So I'm just gonna continue to do these cooking classes. And if you wanna come hang out with me, you can. Like some people cook and some people just hang out, and that is fine. All right, so happy Saturday. If you made your garden veggie pasta last week, put your thumb up, or some variation of that. I know Jaden had a chili. And if you liked it, thumbs up. Awesome. I thought it was really good. And I also heard from a couple of moms who also really liked it. So that makes me very happy. You guys, we're getting a lot of food every week, aren't we? It's like a lot, I know. I'm really happy to see that it's like really nice bags and they're giving you nice, nice sizes. So I'm really happy to see that, and I'm really happy that you all are coming together. So just before we get into our cooking classes, our cooking class for today, I wanted to just remind you all of the fact that we are cooking plant-based food. So when you hear people say, I have a plant-based diet, now you guys can say, I also eat a plant-based diet. And that means that our food looks like how it exists in nature. So when we looked at that veggie pasta, we could look down and see the tomato in it, right? We could see the tomato, we can see the zucchini. We knew we just chopped it up and we ate it. So it wasn't processed a whole lot. It was just processed a little bit, and we processed it. We put a little bit of salt in it. We know exactly how much salt is in it. So plant-based diet is a healthier diet because it has more whole plant-based foods that have not been processed, okay? So that when we think about things like apple juice is pretty good for us, but apple juice has been processed. So it's not as healthy as just eating the apple by itself. And then we said if we eat Apple Jacks, well, that's not very good for us at all because we can look at it, it does not look like an apple at all. So it's far away from how it looked in nature. So that means it's highly processed. And that means that we don't want to eat as much of it because we have no idea how much sugar is in foods that are highly processed. Sugar and salt, those two things are the two things that make us sick, basically. It makes us sick. And particularly for us, Black people and people of color, we have to be very careful about the way and how much sugar and salt we eat in our diet because it makes us sick. Something about sugar and salt does not agree with our blood or our cells or our melanin or something. We do not know exactly what it is, but we know that Black people have more heart disease and high blood pressure and diabetes than any other group, and it really is rooted in the amount of sugar and salt we're eating in processed foods, all right? So I always wanna start off with that because that is the most important thing to remember. So let's talk about what's in our bag today. Can you guys, let's start with this baby. Hold it up.
I think I saw yellow cauliflower, yeah, that.
Yellow cauliflower. What color is our cauliflower usually?
White.
White. So this is actually a little different. Jaden was asking about it, and basically, you can have, I wish I had a picture. Let me see if I can pull up the picture. Cauliflower comes in white, it comes in yellow or like orangish, or it also comes in purple. Let me see if I have the picture here. They all pretty much taste the same. They might taste a little bit different, but they pretty much taste the same. But the difference is like the exposure to the sun. So there's some kind of makeup that they call it phytonutrients. And the way that the nutrients in some cauliflower interacts with the sun that's helping it grow changes the color and adds more nutrients. So you know how we talk about eat a rainbow, and the more fruits and vegetables that have colors, the healthier it is? So when we're looking at cauliflower, if it tastes the same, but it's got some color in it or purple, then that's good because it's got more vitamins in it. So as we're kind of just talking today, remember, you guys have heard that, put your thumb up if you've heard the saying, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Have you heard that saying before? Now, a lot of times they say that in terms of our beautiful brown skin, that the darker your skin is, the more beautiful you are. I love that saying. I don't know, I might be on the lacking end of that, but that's okay. I still have some brown. And we say the darker the food, the healthier it is. The darker the fruit or vegetable we're eating, the more vitamins it has. Got it? All right, so cauliflower is our main food for today. And then our next thing, which is also super nutrient dense, you guys got, did you guys get 2 things of blueberries? Oh my gosh, I can't believe you got 2 whole things of blueberries. These are really expensive, guys. These are like $5 or more. Yes, so what I want to tell you about blueberries is blueberry is another one of these foods we call a superfood because it's so dark. These blueberries are super dark blue, right? So again, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice, the darker the food, the more nutrients it has. So blueberries are one of those things like, oh my gosh, so good for you, so healthy for you. So I'm excited you guys got 2 whole packs of those. And then, did you guys get 4 cucumbers? Oh my God. I couldn't believe I saw that you guys got 4 cucumbers. So cucumbers are also really good for you. As you know, their green skin is on the outside, the white is on the inside. A lot of times people peel the skin, but again, the nutrients is in the skin because it's dark. And then the inside, it's white, so it doesn't have as many nutrients. So if you can keep the cucumbers on, if you like that, I suggest you try to get used to it because that's where all the vitamins live. And then the other thing is with cucumbers, they have a lot of vitamins, they have a lot of nutrients, and they're very good for keeping you hydrated. So it's like water. It has a lot of water in it. So you can actually have cucumbers to keep you hydrated. And last but not least, who knows what these are? Did you guys get this? Actually, first let me ask if you got it. Some people might not have gotten them. You got, oh good, good, good. So these, yes, these are actually called garlic scapes. So this is very cool because you know how you usually get garlic and you just have that bulb, it's just like that big white bulb at the bottom? These garlic scapes are actually the top of the garlic. So instead of letting it ripen at the bottom, they cut the tops of them off. And so it's just like a really nice kind of alternative to just always, you know, when we're like even in cooking class and you're like doing the garlic, you got to put it in the thing, you got to press it, it's kind of like a pain. You can use garlic scapes and you don't have to do all that and it still has that garlic flavor. They're also only kind of coming out in the summertime, so it's kind of like a nice thing to get when they're in season. All right? All right, any questions about any of our foods that we're dealing with today? No? Good? Okay. Somebody just came off the microphone. I see it.
Nothing, Mom.
Sia, did you have a question? No? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Today we are going to make what we call cauliflower steaks. And you know, how many people like regular steaks? Regular steaks, yep. Sure. So people who eat mostly plant-based diet or maybe even they're vegan and don't eat meat, a lot of times they will use cauliflower as kind of like that meat idea because of the way that cauliflower is kind of thick and it's kind of got that crunch on the outside but soft on the inside. So that's why you might see people talk about cauliflower rice. They're using cauliflower to like in place of a rice or a grain. They're also using it in like a cauliflower crust for your pizza. Or you might see people talking about using cauliflower for buffalo wings, which I have to tell you is really, really, really good. My son makes them really well, and maybe one time we'll do it here. I'm sure we'll have cauliflower again. It's just a little bit messy, but really, really good. And again, because it's crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside, it's kind of giving you that taste of it being a meat. But then when you put the buffalo seasoning on the cauliflower, it still tastes like buffalo wings. It tastes the exact same. All right, so today we're gonna make cauliflower steaks. So I will come on over. See, can you see me? Also representing Camp Excellence, if you registered this week. Really excited. Moms, look out for the email coming out later today so I can tell you all about it. Jaden, I don't know if you all got an invitation, but I would love to invite you to come to Camp Excellence. So I'll follow up and send you the link if you didn't get that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead with our cauliflower steaks. Can you see? Okay. So basically what we are going to do is we're gonna make our cauliflower steaks. They're really easy to make. And then we're gonna make the garlic scape to be like a sauce on top of them. And so the first thing that we're going to do is preheat your oven. So if you're cooking, go ahead and preheat your oven to 400 degrees so it's nice and hot. It is a little hot. I went ahead and got my fan because I knew it was gonna be hot in here. And then we're gonna go ahead and take your baking sheet and you're gonna cover it in either your parchment paper or your foil. But you're gonna go ahead and get this ready first because we're gonna put our herbs and everything on we're gonna put our cauliflower here and then put the seasonings on top, but we're gonna do it right on our pan. So you're gonna go ahead and prep all of that. Then let's go ahead and slice our cauliflower. So again, your cauliflower came like this. You're just gonna go ahead and take off the leaves and rinse it off. And again, because we are not, since we're gonna slice it whole, you just have to worry about rinsing off the top. Again, all of this produce is grown locally, so we don't have to worry about having as much pesticides and stuff like that if it's not grown locally. When it's grown locally, they do much less pesticides versus if they're like shipping it from across the country. So we're going to take this baby, we're gonna take all of the leaves off of it. And we are going to slice them from the bottom here into like kind of steaks. So what you want to do is make sure that you are cutting from this base so that it all sticks together and not crumbles apart, all right? So we'll just go ahead. Uh-oh, I hope we can get our steaks properly. Here we go. There we go. So it's like that, so it's all together. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that right on my sheet. This looks like it's a little bit ripe in the middle. I don't want you guys to be scared if you see things like this, that it's ripe in the middle. A lot of times we get so weirded out when our foods have like a little bit of mold on them. Just take it off. Just scrape that baby out, keep it pushing. So I'm just gonna take that right out and go ahead. Now I'm only able to get 2 cauliflower steaks out of this. So that's that. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna still just go ahead and take the rest of this cauliflower that didn't quite steak up. We're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna roast it with the rest of it. So let's just go ahead and break it up so it's like this. Whoop. We'll break it into kind of big cauliflower flakes. So I don't know if we haven't done roasted broccoli. I know we did roasted green beans, but roasted cauliflower is honestly like one of the best things. Roasted cauliflower, roasted broccoli, Brussels sprouts, all of that. So good, really, really easy to make. All right, so we're gonna just go ahead and roast the rest of those cauliflower. And then just put them all on a thing. So you'll see we have our couple of steaks here. And then I'm just gonna put the rest of the cauliflower on there to roast too. So we've got some nice big ones like that. We're gonna put them all on your cookie sheet. That was a big cauliflower. All right. Put all of it, I don't want any to waste. Get that out of the way. All right, so there is my cauliflower all ready to go. You're gonna wanna go ahead and make sure that it's kind of like flat so that they can, you know, instead of being like layered up so they can cook evenly. So we're gonna go ahead and put that to the side. And then we're gonna go ahead and put the seasoning that's gonna go on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in this thing so then we can pour it real easy. So we're gonna use a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Again, you'll see again and again every time. Olive oil, lemon, and garlic. The heart of every plant-based meal, it seems like. Olive oil, garlic, and lemon. So we're putting a 1/4 cup of your olive oil in there, and then 1 tablespoon of your lemon. To be honest with you, I'll probably just go ahead and use a whole half of a lemon because it just tastes really good together. Pour that in there together. And then we're going to take our 2 cloves of garlic. I did go ahead and get my minced garlic this week, so that just makes life so much easier. 1 teaspoon of this is equal to a clove, so I'm gonna put 2 in there. And then we are going to take a little bit of our sea salt, just a little bit. A little bit of our pepper, fresh pepper. And then a little bit of our crushed red pepper flakes. If you like spicy, then you're just gonna do that the way you like to do it. Like I kind of like spicy. I know my son really likes spicy. So I'm gonna do like a pinch. I'll go ahead and do 2 pinches. All right. Maybe I'll do a little bit more. You can always add later. It's better to add later than do too much and then mess it up. All right, so we're gonna do that, and then we're going to, so the recipe calls for whisking. I just wanted to show you, kiddies, if you don't know, this is a whisk. Not everybody has a whisk, so you can just use a fork. A lot of times, I don't even know why they make things really fancy and ridiculous. It is a fork. It's just the idea of stirring it together so it becomes its own sauce. So again, olive oil is a heart-healthy fat, right? And the reason we call it a heart-healthy fat is because when it gets into our arteries, it doesn't harden. When we eat things like meat, or say when you eat bacon, and you eat bacon, and bacon is really delicious, and you fry the regular bacon, and then you've got all that hard white fat in the bottom of the pan. You guys know what I'm talking about? That hard white fat? And it's like hard. What happens when you eat that is that it gets hard inside of our arteries. And when we have that plaque, that buildup in our heart, it makes it harder for the blood to flow. So that's how we have high blood pressure, because the blood is working extra hard and the heart is working extra hard to get through the plaque that is now on our arteries. So olive oil doesn't do that. That means when it gets hard, it'll melt down, it'll break down. So it doesn't stay in that congealed state. So that is why olive oil is called a heart-healthy fat. So we're gonna take our cauliflower and our cookie sheet back. And again, here they tell you to brush it. It's not that deep. You're just going to try to evenly pour that sauce over your cauliflower. Just try to do it nice and even. Try to make sure like every single cauliflower piece has this sauce on it. This is already looking good. Again, olive oil, lemon, and garlic. And then that little bit, and that's coming at the bottom. That thing is going to be really banging. Oh, guys, here's a visitor. Come over here.
What up, gang?
Say hi to the gang gang.
Gang, gang. What's up, gang, gang? What's going on? What's going on? Hey. Libby, what's going on?
Sean Cena.
Wait, where's Sean Cena at?
Hey.
Hey, Sean Cena.
This is Jaden. Jaden, this is my son, Naeem.
What's up, Jaden? What's going on, man?
Oh, Jaden's got a brush. Okay.
I see you.
We're doing cauliflower steaks. And then this is Sia. Sia, show your face. Do you remember Sia?
Yeah, why are you being shy? See, oh yeah, what's up? What's going on? See, they be hiding on these videos.
I know.
You be looking like this. Where's Sia at? Where's Sia? Trying to hide. There you go. Keep it right there. Where's Sia at? Where?
Sean
Look,
and Jaden.
I see you. Look, who's hiding there behind Libby? Someone's hiding.
Aaliyah.
See now that see, I see you. I see you, Aaliyah. Hiding, trying to hide. I see all y'all.
All right, we're making cauliflower steaks, so this is dinner. So be ready. So this is looking good with those red pepper flakes, and I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the oven. We're gonna cook these for 15 minutes, and then we're gonna go back in and flip them, and then do another 15 minutes. All right. So when you are ready, go ahead and put that in the oven, and they should be ready before we end. Okay, good timing.
Yo, I need a haircut like Sean Cena, yo. I need your type of haircut, man. I need that.
Sean Cena just had a birthday.
Hey, how old is Sean Cena?
Sean, how old are you? That's a good question.
8.
8.
Oh my God.
He's old. I'm about to call him Grandpa Sean. I'm about to call you Pop Pop.
Wow.
Pop Sean.
All right. Now we get back to work now. So.
All right, I'm gonna let y'all be.
All right. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping
All right,
through. So.
I'll be back next time.
All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead once you're done with your cauliflower. I have so many pictures of you guys last summer because Nye was at camp, and I have 5,000 pictures of Nye and Libby, like every single day. Mom, I have to show you. It's so funny. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and do our garlic scapes. Honestly, it's really not that much to do. All we're going to do is chop them up. We're going to chop them up just like we would do like a scallion or a onion or anything like that. They're kind of cute how they're spirally like that though, right? We're just going to chop them up. We're going to take this little end here and chop that off. So we're going to go ahead and just, those kind of like dried out edges, we're going to go ahead and cut those off. We're going to keep the white part on the end. I'm going to go ahead and do all of these together. I did put a recipe on your flyer this week for a garlic pesto. I'm going to say if you would like to do that, then that's for you to do. But I really just wanted you to see that this is like not a fancy thing. It's just something super easy you can do. We're going to chop these up, and then we're going to saute them over on the oven, on the stovetop, and then we're just going to pour it right over our cauliflower steaks. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to just even them up so we're dealing with the same thing. Cute garlic scapes. They're so cute, aren't they, Libby? Aren't they adorbs? All right, we're gonna chop these babies up. We're gonna do them kind of skinny. Just whoever's doing a chop and watch those fingers, they're kind of tough. You can already smell the garlic coming out. So when we saute these babies up, this is something that you could put on anything. I think these would be really good. Basically, you're gonna use it anytime you would use garlic or anytime you would use like onions, but it kind of would be like on the top. So like, it honestly is making me think about putting them on top of like a baked potato and like sauteing them. I mean, of course you could eat them raw, but like cooking them. They're gonna be really good on top of this cauliflower, just giving you like a whole other little dimension of flavor. And it's just something new and different to try out. Again, when you're eating a plant-based diet, you're kind of always looking for new and interesting things to cook and prepare, just to keep the flavor interesting. Wow, that's a lot. But if you were to put this in a pesto, that would be really good. Pesto is usually made with basil. But this is it's just gonna taste like straight baked garlic. You could also, like, if you were doing like a pizza at home and you could put this on the top, that would be really good. It's just giving you a little bit more veggies. All right, almost done. All right. So we are going to just take these, we're gonna cook them over the stove over some olive oil. So we're gonna go ahead and turn our stove on. Can you see? Yep. And we're gonna just put, I'm gonna say it's about a teaspoon of olive oil. Moms, I want to kind of share here like that I use oil because I think oil gives it more flavor. If you're trying to like watch your weight and try to like lose weight, then you would want to cut back on using as much oil. Like I said, plant-based is not the same as being on a diet. Diet is something different. A diet is not trying to have as much fat, not trying to have as much calories. That's not what I'm on right now. I'm just on making sure that the foods that I'm eating and I'm making sure my family are eating are whole and healthy and plant-based. And again, it's like, I know eating mostly whole, healthy foods that are plant-based, I don't have to worry about if they are good for me or not. I don't have to read a label with this, all right? I know exactly what's in it. I'm not counting calories. All right. That is already smelling good. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more because we like to have that sizzle. And I don't know if you're cutting it, but if you smell your hands, it's super garlicky. Hi, Aiden. Hi, baby. Hi, cutie pie. It's so cute. Okay, I hear the sizzle happening. I'm I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of them in here. And we're gonna just saute that until it cooks down a little bit, till it gets soft. Let me put it in there. Okay, doke. So we are gonna continue. To just saute them down. And they are smelling so good. In fact, you know what? If you have a blender or a food processor, I might just take that and blend it up together so it's like a sauce. And then like pour that right on top. Just something real simple and easy. All right, so while that is cooking down, I want to start showing you our last piece that I wanted to share with you. I did not put this on your recipe card, but I'll show you later. What I wanted to show you, when I saw that you guys had 4 cucumbers, that's a lot of cucumbers. And the first thing I thought of was actually spa water. And don't you guys remember last summer we would be making our spa water at camp? We would use all the herbs that we were growing, and we put everything. We were using basil and lavender and lemongrass, lemon. Yes, really delicious. Let me stir this up. I smell it cooking back here. So by the way, this is what this is looking like. It's looking nice and green, and it's smelling amazing. We're gonna just keep on cooking that down. So I got a spa water. So like we were saying before, cucumbers are very high, have a lot of water. And so that's why a lot of times you'll see people putting cucumbers into their water because it's like a nice complement. It also has those nutrients. So it's like sometimes people will get bored of drinking water all the time. I know I'm that way. So if you just add like a little bit of your cucumber in there, if you have a little lemon in there, if you had any extra herbs, I'm going to tell you that any herb is going to be good in there. So I was telling Latanya that I had got mint this week because that's just what they had. And then we had our basil from last week. So I've been using that for everything. So if you were to put like your water together and just put your cucumber in there, some mint and some lemon, it is going to taste delicious. What I want to share with you is today though, is I want to show you how to make a really delicious drink that is a substitute for soda. Hey, Shauna, baby, looking good over there, my friend. My friend, oh, daddy. So, yes, what is that? Oh, you made your pesto. Nice.
I made this in a food
Processor. How's it taste?
Food processor.
Taste it. Let me tell us how it is. Oh, that's cool. They went ahead and made it. How is it, Sean? Did you taste it? No? You're scared? Don't be scared. All right. So I want to show you a really simple way. Oh, I was saying that when I started trying to live a healthier life, the first thing, did you taste it?
It's hot.
It's spicy. Oh, somebody's popping into our room. Let's see who this is.
All right, son. You are.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Sorry, so late.
Don't worry about it.
A million.
We made our cauliflower steaks. We were just cutting it up, and I was sauteing the garlic scapes. But Sean O'Berry is over there making the pesto. I wasn't going to make the pesto, just to keep it simple. But yeah, so you have the recipe, and you're free to do that. But I was talking to you all about drinking soda. And when I started, trying to live healthier, like 12 years ago or so, getting rid of soda was the first thing I did. And I want to encourage you on your health journey to really if you're drinking soda, I want to encourage you to try to cut that out of your diet altogether. And I know that soda is really kind of one of those things that you really just kind of get addicted to it. I know that I would be like, every day after work, I'd have to have my Coca-Cola. It just was like an addiction. But it is so bad for you. You talk about being, eating whole foods that are not processed. There's not one single thing in soda that is good for you, not one. And please do not be fooled by like a grape soda, thinking there's grape juice in it, or like an orange soda. It has nothing natural in it, nothing. Also, don't be fooled by ginger ale, which I know that people think and use when they're sick, but it's actually the ginger. So if you have a stomach ache, it's the ginger that helps our digestion and helps soothe our stomach. So if you're better off just getting some fresh ginger and putting it right into some tea. The ginger powder that you use, you can grate it. Oh, hold on, let me double check on this. But I really wanted to bring up the thing about the ginger ale, because this is how these companies fool us to think like, oh, ginger ale is a healthier option. It's just as bad, and it might even have more sugar. It is the ginger that is what's good for us in that. And I don't even know if it's real. So this is our our garlic scapes, just sauteed. So that's done. And I'm gonna go ahead, let's take a look at our cauliflower steaks. Looking good, smelling great. And we're gonna go ahead and flip that. While I'm doing that, I just wanted to show you guys real quick that this is a raw ginger. So you can get this anywhere, any store. And basically, if you had a stomach ache, you could take one of these things, they call that a finger. You take a finger of the ginger and you just drop it right into your tea, that's it. You could peel it, and then it's kind of like, gets in there quicker. You don't even really need to do that. Just cut off both ends and drop it right into your tea. And it's gonna give you the same healing energies as a ginger ale. It's the ginger that is good for you. So we're gonna go ahead, flip our cauliflower. It looks really good. Also, by the way, this would be perfect on the grill. Doing these cauliflower steaks and just putting them on the grill the exact same way would do really, really well. All right, this is looking really good. And we're just flipping it around a little bit so it cooks evenly. We're gonna put that in for another 15 or so minutes. All right, so we're talking about soda. Again, if you're still drinking soda, and then the other thing I would just advise is to back off of it. If you're somebody or you know someone, which I know you all know someone if you're not drinking, who's drinking a lot of soda, because it is addictive, you have to kind of like wean yourself off of it. So if you're drinking soda 3 days a week, 3 times a day, you can't just go from that much to 0, but you want to say, okay, I'm going to go from 3 a day to 1 a day. Then I'm going to take it back to maybe I'm going to have it 4 days a week. And then maybe you'll say, I'm going to just have my soda on the weekends. And that might take, who knows, however long it takes. But to just try to back off of soda It is honestly, that really set me on the course of being able to be healthier because it changes your taste buds. It's just too much. But in any case, with that being said, I wanted to show you a healthy soda alternative that is really, really delicious. And we're gonna use our cucumbers. So again, you could just, take your cucumbers. I would suggest, obviously they're always really good for like a healthy snack and your hummus. But you could take this and just put it straight up in your water, and it's a really nice complement to that. And I'm gonna show you how to do this healthy soda. Now I apologize because I need to wipe off my garlicky knife. All right, so I'm going to use this. So what we're gonna do is take maybe like half of our cucumber and slice it up kind of thin. So this is what I'm gonna call, what is this? It's a cucumber mint lemonade. So you're gonna take maybe about half of your cucumber and you're gonna put it in a container. It doesn't matter what kind of container it is. You're gonna throw it all in there, just like that. Then you're gonna take an herb. Now, again, I have mint, because I'm just on mint this week. Honestly, this is like $1 at the store. So again, just like we were last week using the basil, like using herbs is like really the secret weapon in having a plant-based diet because it adds so much flavor. So we're just gonna go ahead and rip that right off of the top. It does not matter, it does not have to be pretty. Just ripping all of the leaves straight into your container. All right, just put it in there. Then we are going to take, let's do the other half of our lemon that we used for our cauliflower. And we're gonna put it right into this container. So it's looking like this. Go ahead and add, ooh, dang, precious lemon juice. Shoot. And so for your sweetener, this does have a sweetener, but again, I'm gonna use maple syrup or like a honey would be good. Even if you're using I would even encourage you if you are still using regular sugar to try to use that sugar in the raw. It's called a turbinado sugar because it's less processed. It's always about trying to stay away from foods that are overly processed. So we know that white regular sugar is so overly processed. It's nothing good in there at all. So sugar is sugar, but at least this is like maple syrup. This is pretty close to how it exists in nature. Maple syrup, you tap a tree and you pull the syrup out, and this is the syrup. So I use maple syrup because it is more plant-based, it's closer to nature. I use about 2 teaspoons of maple syrup for my lemonade. And I like it sweet. I do have a sweet tooth. So I will go ahead and do that. Actually, I wasn't supposed to put that sweetener in there, but that's okay. All right, and then if you're not buying the sparkling water, please do. It's 99 cents. It is so good. And it's gonna give your drink that fizz. So I'm gonna put about a cup. I don't have a measuring cup, so I'm just gonna say, just like that. Just about like that. And what we're gonna do is called muddle it. So this is the fancy thing. And honestly, guys, anything fancy that I have, I literally get from Goodwill. I just go to Goodwill or an estate sale or something like that and find these things. So, so this is called a muddle. If you do not have a muddle, you just use a wooden spoon. So you can just use a wooden spoon. It's the same idea. And we're just gonna mush it together. Just real gently. You're gonna what we're doing when we're muddling it is we're getting the flavor out. So we're mashing together that cucumber taste, that mint taste. I don't know if I said this already, but basil would be amazing in this. Pineapple juice you could put in there with the with the sparkling water to cut it. That's another trick that you can do, is if you have like grape juice or pineapple juice, have that juice and then just cut it in half with your sparkling water. So we're gonna muddle that. I know you guys don't have these ingredients, but I just wanted to give you another idea of something to do with your cucumbers.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What happens if you don't have a masher?
If you don't what?
If you don't have one?
What?
One of those mashers.
Oh, you can just use a spoon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, don't worry about what we don't have. We just work with what we do have. My mom gets all upset. She's like, I don't have a muddle. I don't have a whisk. Like, it's fine. Just use a fork. It's no big deal. All right. So you're just kind of doing that as long as you like. And that's it. And you're just going to taste it. This has a lot of green in it. But again, the more color, the better. This kind of looks like what we were making last summer. We would put that much herb in it. And I think that too is when, you know, we talk about doing our spa water. You could, by the way, do this exact same thing, but no maple syrup. And just let it be, let the herbs and the cucumber and the lemon just give it a different flavor. But if you're looking for a soda substitute, I would suggest this. Let me taste it. Perfect, delicious. You can taste the cucumber and the lemon. Like the lemon brings out the flavor of the cucumber. And this, because this is really concentrated, I would go ahead and just fill it up. It doesn't have to be so strong. Now, if you were doing this for dinner or something like that, Mom, you would just go ahead and put this in the refrigerator ahead of time, so it's nice and cold. You see it's got that nice fuzz. Really yummy. And honestly, it's the kind of thing where it's like, for you to buy, let's say like Minute Maid lemonade is going to be about the same cost and so much healthier for you just to buy the straight up lemons. And you'll be able to, it like stretches out even further. So yeah, I just wanted to share that as an option for your cucumbers, because we have a lot of them this week. While we are still waiting for our cauliflower steaks, do you guys have anything that you want to share? Oh, we're almost out of time. Any thoughts you'd like to share or feedback?
We had a question.
Yeah.
What else can we use the pesto sauce for?
Yeah, so you can use that on, if you're doing like a chicken, you can spread that over your chicken as a flavor. You can do it right over pasta. It would be really good in that pasta we made, that the garden veggie, and just take like a spoonful or two of it and just mix it in there with that. What's nice with that is because it has these sunflower seeds, that's giving you some protein in there. So that's kind of taking care of that. You can also put it like on a sandwich, like as a spread. That's, you know, instead of using like mayonnaise that has a lot of fat in it. Yeah. Over fish would be really good. And any over, like how we're using it over any veggies. Yeah. Anything else you got? Jaden, how are you guys doing over there?
Good. The
Good.
juice was kind of okay. I may have used too much water.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Shantina, how are you guys doing?
Good.
You doing good? How's the cauliflower smelling? Smelling good? You can't smell it? You're kidding me. It's so strong. Aiden! Aiden wants to come and hang out with us. See, are you doing okay? Good. All right, let's see how our cauliflower is doing. It is looking really good. It's nice when it starts to have those like little burnt pieces on it. It like gives it a really nice taste.
Miss Gianna, you only put olive oil on it? What did you season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Olive oil, garlic. It's the same thing we've been using for all this stuff. Lemon, olive oil, garlic, and lemon. And then we put a little salt and pepper and red pepper flakes. That's it. Ooh, see it? That looks good. Yeah, we always come back to that, which is exciting. Very simple. I actually, because it's almost time, and I like to just keep you guys to your hour, I'm gonna go ahead and taste it. Mine still has a little bit more to go, but I'm gonna still taste it so I can just share with you how it tastes. That looks so good.
And where's the best place to get the garlic scapes?
You know what? Did you guys have it? You didn't have them in your bag?
No.
Yeah, some of them had them and some of them didn't, so I'm sorry about that. You know what? I'm gonna say your best place to get garlic scapes are gonna be from like a farmer's market. Because they are so fresh. Like the regular grocery stores don't tend to have them. But if you're at any market, they usually have them, and it's like, you know, this time of the year. What I was saying is just like a nice alternative to always using the bulb where you're like having to squeeze it through. It's the top of the garlic. So it's just like a, you know, a different way. And then too, if you're using it for pesto, it's really nice. So I'm gonna put some of my garlic scapes on the top there. If you have the pesto, I'm jealous. But I'm glad that you did it. I'm glad that you're interested in doing it. But I just wanted to show you that you don't even have to do that. And that's like really pretty. I know this is about to be really good. So I would have this. I mean, this is just basically your side vegetable. So if you had this and a salad and like a piece of chicken, that's it. You're good. If you are not doing any meat, then I would say like just put some beans or something in your salad, and then that would be your protein. That's easy. That's not even deep. That's not complicated like, you know, garden veggie. That's real light, really delicious. The garden scapes are just.
Well, this is what ours look like.
Oh, nice, Jada.
And I'm gonna try it now.
You're gonna try it?
Yeah.
I actually might put a little bit of salt on it, but again, we didn't put much salt in it in the beginning, so I don't feel bad about that. Jade, can I take a picture of your plate?
Sure.
Yeah, how is it?
I didn't try it yet. I was about to.
Nice. Easy breezy. Jaden, what do you think?
No.
Jaden is giving this a
Not
lot.
that bad.
It's not that bad. Yeah, it's not, that's not complicated. That's just a nice different idea for cooking your cauliflower. That's really nutrient dense. I mean, it's still nice and crunchy. So when your veggies still are crunchy, then that's how we know that we didn't cook out all the nutrients. And this yellow cauliflower is really pretty. All right, Chauncey, you get ready to try it? All right, let me see this. What do you think? I know you're a picky eater. We got a thumbs up!
It's good.
Yay! How's your pesto? Sia, how is it? Did you taste it?
This is my second piece.
You're on your second piece already? Awesome.
Oh, this is my second piece. I just had 2 pieces.
Yay.
My mom had 3.
I love it. All right, guys. Well, it's 2 o'clock, and I'm trying to keep our time, stay on time, and not dig too much deeper into your Saturday. But thank you so much for hanging out with us, and I hope you enjoy your cauliflower sticks, or basically just roasted cauliflower. It's roasted cauliflower. But yeah, and if you try it at home, if you make it again, share some pictures. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Okay. All right, so I will see you all soon and talk to you even sooner.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good Saturday.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.